You know, I'm gonna say this in the live. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of minute magnetically Sevlok Hoodtails. Yeah, he's a really cool dude. Sev Cisneros. Uh, a lot of these people, they've been bashing him. They've been talking shit. And all in reality, he's a real good, honest dude. He don't. He doesn't have time for all the bullshit. Now, if all the hate starts, if I start getting flack and a lot of hate, it is what it is. Don't care. I respect Sev Cisneros because he, the majority, when he went through in the days of the streets. Nowadays, the streets are not the same as it once was. And yeah, a lot of people are going to be like, well, you're not even supposed to be talking about Denver politics. You're not from Denver. Yeah, I'm maybe not from Denver, but I get along with Sev Cisneros, Sevlok Hoodtails. You know, he's actually a really cool dude. And not too many people are actually willing enough to get down with Sev. You know, there's a lot of situations with the three biggest wars. Because back in the early days of the 90s, you had the Inca boys. The Inca boys back then used to be very big. They used to be very big back then. But now I'm going to talk about it like this. Now the Inca boys are not even around no more. You have the Gallianites Insane. You have the G's. You have the the GKIs, the Gallianites Insane. But it's nowadays, the vast majority of the gangs of like California, Texas, or these other states, they do not have what Denver has. The vast majority of them, like, I give a lot of props to. I've never met. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. A lot of majority of the GKIs, the Gallianite. Yeah, there's some that are around out here in Pueblo, Colorado, Colorado Springs, and up there in Denver. And I did hear about some Northside G's. And I don't even know if that's even around. I don't even know if it's a thing. Some Northside G's. What I did hear is that the vast majority of them were, the Gallianites Insane they were a prison gang for the longest period of time. But when they used to be called the Lipan Boys at one time. And then they split up to be a two-circle. And that's when shit kind of popped off. That's why a lot of people do not understand what the vast majority of these things are. Like, maybe Sev Cisneros can make a video of all of the active from from Aurora, from out there in Aurora to the metro, the metro in Denver, and to the east side. The east side, the north side, and yeah, you know, because it's restrictedly, a lot of the Denver gangs have been based up on their relevance, on themselves. Now, Sev Cisneros he can be like, hey man, you're kind of wrong on some things, kind of wrong, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So, yeah.